Hello, everyone. Um, Hello, Nancy. Hello, everyone. Welcome to day three of the virtual assistant workshop to help you get clients. Like we've come a lot, like we've come a long way. We have covered so many things. And I am excited to welcome you to the last day. It's the last day, man. It's the last day. And I am happy to have been on this journey with you guys. Okay, so let's just get started into day three. Let me just quickly share my screen so that we get started immediately. Okay, um, yeah, today we are going to look at um, building good and long-term relationship with your clients, and then what to do after a client has decided to work with you. All right, so first, on the first day we talked a lot about having a strong foundation, your services, your niche, your having that 2 to 3 sentence speech to present yourself. And then yesterday we looked at how to present yourself, having an online presence, not only on social media but also a website if you have the budget for it, or if you don't have a budget for it, you can keep it as one of your plans, maybe a 1 year goal or thereabout. And then we also talked about having a presence in other social media platforms, other platforms like Nairaland, Reddit, various platforms where people go to search. Because as an SEO expert, like I offer SEO services for my clients and all of that. In recent times, because of the way the internet is moving so fast, search is everywhere. Okay, so people are searching everywhere, and as a business owner, as a service provider, or a virtual assistant, whatever you want to call yourself, whether you want to call yourself a web designer or social media manager, or as long as you're offering your services remotely, okay, you're a VA. So as a VA and all of that, you need to put yourself in those places where the kind of people you're targeting for your business are actively searching for your kind of services. So if you hear that people are searching on Pinterest for the kinds of things, the kind of services that they offer, you go and put yourself on Pinterest. If you hear that people are now searching on Instagram for this or that, you go and create presence on Instagram. If your target audience are on Reddit, or on Quora, or Nairaland, searching and looking for answers to specific questions, you put yourself there. Okay, so you position yourself in places where your target audience are consistently searching and asking questions and searching for ideas, so that you can be better positioned to attract them to yourself and offer them your services and provide solutions to their problems. All right, so we covered that yesterday, and also went into a lot of strategies and ways you can get clients or start getting work to do as a new VA. Okay, I covered a lot. So if you missed yesterday's video, I will advise you to go back and watch it. Okay, specifically that part where I was talking about where you can find clients, the places to go to find clients, and the hacks to do, like subcontracting for other VAs. This is something that a lot of VAs in Nigeria don't do. They don't subcontract. And most established VAs in Nigeria that I have approached, for that kind of arrangement where we have a referral list of new VAs that we can subcontract jobs to, they are not, most of them are not open to those kind of things. So I just, kept to myself and kept a relationship with my foreign counterparts and all of that. So, but subcontracting it's mutually beneficial. It benefits both the established VA and also benefits the new VA, because a new VA get to work with real life work, real life work where you're actively working on a client project, even though the client is not directly your own, and you get paid, while the established VA have some works that has been taken off their market. That is just one of the strategies I shared for getting clients. So if you missed that video, if you missed the first day one, or you missed yesterday being day two, please make time and go over them and make notes and take necessary actions to set your business up for success. Okay. I would like to re-establish that this training, this workshop is for VAs who want to build a business, not VAs who want to work as employees in companies. Okay, so if you work as employees in company, if you want to work as an employee in a company, I don't have any experience in that area. So I really don't have anything to advise you. The only thing I can tell you is to go get on LinkedIn and look for companies that are looking to hire VAs full-time, as full-time employees and all of that. But if you want to build a business, a thriving virtual assistant business, where in the next 2 3 years you're going to look back and be grateful, and be grateful that you took that journey, this training is for you, because this training is teaching you long-term strategies, setting your business up for success, and long-term strategies to keep clients coming to you. Okay, so some of the foundational things that you might have learned and you will implement in the course of this training may not bring you results instantly, but it will bring you results in 6 months, in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. And once it starts getting the results, it keeps coming, it doesn't stop, because you had set the system and set the foundation for it. So it keeps coming. So if you want to be in this thing for long term, if you want to build a business out of this for the long term and be able to advise, newer VAs in the next 3 4 5 years, this training is something that you should come back to and keep watching over and over again until you're able to implement at least 70% of the things that I have taught you and explained and emphasized in this workshop. All right. So today we are just going to talk about getting what to do after a client have decided to work with you and building a long-term relationship. Why I am doing this is because being a VA is not just enough to land clients. Landing a client, is just one aspect of your VA business. And as a matter of fact, for me, it is the easiest aspect and the simplest aspect. That is, if you have the right strategies in place and have the right system in place. Since I started my VA business, that there's never been a month that I have stayed without a client, except I did not go out and market for the client, or except I refuse working, that month. There are sometimes that you've just spent a whole month, 3 months, 4 months working, and you're just overstressed and overwhelmed, and you just decided to take that particular month off, no work, and just rest. I have done that a couple of times. All right. So except I do that, or except I just intentionally refuse to market myself or put my business out there and and get a client or work with a client, I have never been without a client ever since I took this thing seriously. Okay, so it is in your control. All right, so getting a client is just a tiny aspect. It is an important aspect, because if you don't have a client, you don't have a business. All right, but it's just one aspect of your entire VA business. So there is where you're offering your service and you have to continuously upskill, learning industry trends, learning what is going on right now in the VA industry, what new skill you need to learn to be able to position yourself better because of the AI revolution and all of the trends that is happening right now. There is that part. There is the admin aspect of your business, which a lot of VAs ignore. Okay. There is the admin aspect of your business, which a lot of VAs ignore. There is also the client relationship management aspect of your business, which in part is what we're going to talk about today, which a lot of VAs also ignore. So most VAs don't have systems, don't have, systems for managing their clients or for maintaining their clients. And so they are always having one-off clients. So a client, they work with a client this month, and by the time you look at them in the next 2 or 3 months, they are having a new client. So they're always having new clients. They are not able to retain their clients because they are ignoring the other aspects of their VA business and focusing on only getting clients. Okay, so what I'm going to cover today is going to help you, you know, take care of this other aspect of your business after you've gotten the client. It's like after you've gotten the client, so now what? What do I do? You know, so it's going to take care of that part of it so that you have a whole business that is ready to thrive and grow alongside you to the next 1 year, 2 years, however you want your business to go. All right, so let's get started. um okay, so we are going to look at what to do from signing your clients to building long-term relationships. And the first module we are going to look into is what to do after a client decides to work with you. Okay, so what do you do after a client decides to work with you? Yeah. So when a client decides to work with you, like I talked about your virtual assistant client attraction funnel yesterday, where they come from the awareness stage to the engagement stage and to the conversion stage. Okay, so the conversion stage is where they have decided to work with you and they are ready to pay, they are ready to commit, they are ready to hand over their business to you to help them manage and all of that. Okay, so what you do at that moment is what we call your onboarding. Okay, the onboarding journey. So where you take your client through the process that you take your client through to from payment and everything to when they send you their logins and you start doing the work. Okay, so that is the onboarding process. So the first part of that onboarding process is the discovery calls. All right. The first part of the onboarding process is the discovery call. Now, the discovery calls, like I put here, are the first step in truly understanding your client's needs. So when a client says, "Oh, I'm interested in your service. I've gone through your portfolio. I want to work with you. I think you can do a good work, or I think we are a good fit," and all of that. Now, the first thing you do to bring them on board in your business to get them to pay is the discovery call. Okay, so the purpose of the discovery call is to get you to understand your client's needs, what they need. They might say they need admin work or they might say they need Pinterest, but that is just vague. So sitting down and talking with them or chatting with them and allowing them to talk about their business, talk about their challenges, their struggle, will give you an idea of what exactly they are looking for and how you come in or how you'll be able to come in within the period you're going to be working together to help them work better. That way it results in a productive working relationship. So if you want a productive working relationship, the discovery call is important. Now, discovery call also allows you to establish rapport with your clients. So your clients gets to meet you and know that they are not talking with a ghost, or they are not talking with some robot and all of that. They get to connect to the human, and you also get to connect with them. You also get to know them, to hear them talk, know about what they like, just relate. It helps to establish that rapport so that your working relationship will not be filled with tension because you don't really know each other and stuff like that. Then it also helps you to qualify your clients, to know if you are a good fit. Okay, because before the client reached out to work with you, they have seen your application, they have seen your profiles, they've checked you out on your profiles, they've seen your portfolio, they've seen your testimonials and all of that. So they have already decided they want to work with you. Now, you as the VA also have to decide if this is the kind of person you want to work with. if you are a good fit. If so, and the best way to know that is by talking with them, that discovery call. So you get to talk with them to know if this person is a micromanager, if this has worked with other VAs before and had a bad experience, and if that bad experience was because of their own attitude or character or and temperament, or if it was from the VA they worked with, it helps you to find out all that information to decide whether or not I can actually work with this person. Okay. For example, when I get on a call with a client, all right, or with a prospective client. I don't call them clients until they have paid for my service. So with a prospective client, one of the questions I ask them is, this task you want to hire me for. Let's say you're hiring for Pinterest management, or you're hiring for a website, or you're hiring for content creation for your blog. Okay. One of the first questions I'll ask you after asking you questions about your business is if you have worked with somebody before on this particular task. Now, if the answer is yes, I go deeper into wanting to know what the relationship was like. What kind of work did the person do for you? Were you satisfied with the work? What were your reservations? Now, when I ask that question, I am not just looking out for the positive answer they are going to give. I am looking out for the way they describe their VA, the way they describe the person that did that task for them. I am looking out for their mannerisms, how they are talking about that experience. Because they might tell you, oh, yes, the VA was good, oh, we had a good working experience. Meanwhile, you're talking with a very terrible person that will give you a terrible time doing their work, that will never be satisfied with the work you're doing for them, will never appreciate the work you're doing for them, will never value you, and will give you a difficult experience and may even end up leaving you a bad review. Okay, so observing their mannerisms, their expressions, and listening to the silent words they are using to describe the people they've worked with before will give you an idea of this is who this person is, or this is the type of person I am dealing with right now. Okay, then you now go back and decide, do I want to work with this person? Am I ready to work with a micromanager? All right. Personally, I hate being micromanaged. I'm the kind of person that I just want you tell me, this is what I want, and this is my goal for wanting this thing. This is what I'm trying to achieve with this thing, and then leave it in my hand. We will communicate maybe on a weekly basis. We'll set our schedule for communication, but I don't expect it to be in my inbox, my email, my social media every day. Okay, I don't expect you to be my social media, my inbox every day, every minute, asking me questions, asking me how far, how is it going, what have you done, oh, this one, that one, every minute, wanting to know, wanting to make suggestions, wanting to ask questions. Oh, you're just all over the place. I don't like that. Okay, I don't like that. That scenario stresses me out. It will not allow me to focus and bring out my best, because my brain is now divided between doing the work and also responding to you, also meeting your demands, also explaining things to you that are completely unnecessary. Okay, so I don't like micromanagers. So if I'm on a discovery call with a prospective client, and I ask you, how involved do you want to be in this task that you need me to do for you? For example, if they are hiring us for Pinterest management, we ask them, how involved do you want to be? If the person say, I want to be involved 100% from the beginning of the work to the end, I want to make decisions on the graphics. I want to decide on the pin titles and the descriptions. I want to decide on when you pin, how you do this or how you do that one. I just know this person is a micromanager. This person is not willing to allow you come in as the expert and offer your services to them so they can get results. They want to still be involved 100%. Okay, it is their business. Okay, you can be as involved in the business as they want to be, but personally, I don't like people that want to be 100% involved. Even when you have hired somebody to do the work for you, it means you don't trust the person. Okay, and I don't want to work with somebody that cannot trust me to do the work for them. So if I see that a prospective client is a micromanager, we are not working together. No matter how much you're proposing to pay me, we are not even working together. So I use that discovery call to determine whether or not I want to work with this person, because I also need to preserve and protect my own mental health and energy and all of that. I am looking for money, but not at the expense of my mental health. Okay. So we get the discovery call will allow you to learn all of these things. Like that, like the word said, discover. It is you're discovering, things about your client, their needs, whether you are a good fit, whether this person is a trouble client. I have worked for a trouble client before, and we had to terminate our contract in just 2 weeks. The contract was supposed to be a 3 month contract, but the trouble was just so much. I just had to end the contract and gave her a refund, and we went our separate ways because I don't like stress. Okay, I don't I don't like stress. I don't want somebody to come in and be all over my head space when I have to work with other clients. Okay. Then the discovery call will also allow you to know if the client wants you to work as their employee. Okay, because in the instance, most people don't understand that VAs are not employees. Most people expect that once you hire a VA, you have hired a full-time employee that will be in your life, in your calendar, in every aspect of your business 247. So when you meet a client that has that kind of expectation of you, you will always know in the discovery process. You always know in the discovery process because you have to be paying attention. So if a client comes in and say, "Oh, I expect that if I send you an email by 1 midnight, even though we are on different time zones. So if I send you an email by when you're supposed to be sleeping, I expect a response within 5 minutes. If I send you a file, this one, that one, I expect to be done and delivered within 1 hour or 2 hours." And I'll be like, okay, fine. We cannot work together because you are looking for a full-time employee that is at your beck and call. I am a contractor and I have other clients I am working for, and I have other clients tasks that I also have to prioritize. So I cannot neglect my other clients just to come and satisfy you alone. The money you're paying me cannot cover for my 1 month expense. So it is not enough for me to abandon my other clients and come and focus on you alone. It's not an exclusive work. All right. So the discovery process will allow you to learn all of these things about your clients so that you can make a better decision and know whether or not you want to work with this person to avoid trouble. Okay, it is better you let a client go, you let a prospect go and not work with that person than to who will come and tarnish the image. Was it during COVID-19 or 2021? It happened to me. I took on a troublesome client, and that person, with all the trouble and wahala, I don't want to go into that details, went and dropped a very terrible review and lied about something I did not do and lied about something I did not do in the group where I was paying almost $200 to get clients monthly. Okay, so went and that one review, you will be surprised how one bad review can ruin your entire business. Even if you have 100 good reviews, that just one bad review can ruin you completely. And that one bad review crashed my business. Like, I had to start afresh because I had to do a lot of explanation to almost all my clients for them to not feel threatened that the same thing was going to happen to them. I even had to explain in that group that this person is lying. But you're a black person, you're Nigerian, and if you're going to be working with white people, it is always, most times, your word against your clients, or is it your client's word against yours? And most people will almost always be client is right, even if you're the one that is right. So going through the discovery process allow you to avoid trouble that will ruin or crash your business. So this is important. All right. Now, even though I'm going to be talking about discovery call, Okay, even though I'm going to be talking about discovery call, it is not important that the discovery process must involve a call, because some clients where they have to meet somebody and they have to talk on a call, they have to jump on a video. Some clients are introverts and they have social anxiety and stuff like that. So you have to ask your clients. So one of the things I do, or we do, since I now work with my husband, we do in our business is to ask our clients, do you prefer we chat or use email to communicate, or do you prefer to jump on a call with us? So we always give them the option. If they choose to get on a call, one of us will get on a call with them. All right. If they say, oh no, no call, please, no call, let's just chat, let's just talk. So we continue the talk. But within that talk and the chat and the email, I am asking you the questions that I need to ask you, that I should have asked you if we were on a call, so that I can qualify you and know if we are a good fit, if we can work together or not. I'm not just desperate to after the money. Okay. So in your VA business, don't be so desperate about the money or desperate for the money that you ignore some of these things that can cause problem for you in the future. All right. So pay attention to how your client is talking to you. Pay attention to what words they are using to communicate with you and all of that. So it will give you a signal on whether this person is a good person or not. All right. So if you're going to do a discovery, whether you're getting on a call with them or you're doing an email chat with them, one of the things you should do is to plan ahead. And by planning ahead, that means, okay, don't forget that before they reached out to you, they themselves have researched you. They have gone through your portfolio, they have gone through your socials, they have checked you out on Google to know what Google says about you, all of those things like that. They've done their work before reaching out to you, before agreeing to work with you. So you too, don't be lazy. Do your own work, all right? Do research. Look for them on every social media platform that there is. Go to LinkedIn, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to search them on Google to see which blogs have featured them, to see what kind of answers or questions they're asking on Quora, to see what kind of conversations they're having on Reddit, on Discord, and all of that. Do your own work and research them. Okay, research your clients, research their business, research the industry, that is their niche where their business is in, so that you have information. You have information that you're talking to them with, so that they will also know that you are not just after the money, but you're really interested and invested in their business and growth. Because there are some questions you ask your prospect or ask your clients, and they'll be like, okay, I did not make a bad decision in approaching this person. This person is really interested in seeing my business grow. This person is really knowledgeable in this area. This person is, this person has done their work. It encourages them and increases their confidence. And even if they had second thoughts, okay, because before a client reaches out to you to work with you, they are also talking to three other VAs. All right. So let's say somebody made a job post that they are looking for a media manager, and over 100 people commented on that post, for example. All right. Now the client has gone through all of those comments and picked at least 5 people. So when they reach out to you, bear in mind that they are also talking to at least 4 other. So it's not just you they are talking to. So they present yourself like we talked about yesterday. During that conversation, the kind of question you're asking them, because you've gone to do research about their business, the kind of question you're asking them will make them know, oh, this person has done their work. It will increase their confidence and make them to decide to stick with you. So they will now ignore the other 4 or go and tell them, oh, sorry, I've decided to go with somebody else, and let them go. But if you don't do the groundwork, they will choose the other people over you. So always bear it in mind that you're not the only person your prospective client is talking to. He or she is talking to other VAs as well. So do your groundwork, prepare ahead and do your groundwork, and show up ready. Whether you're showing up on a call with them, they're like a live video call, or you're emailing them or chatting them, show them that you're work. Okay, show them that you're ready for the work. Then the next process, the next thing to do is to start by building rapport. All right, so show up in the conversation light and friendly and personable and impressionable and lovable. Don't be so uptight and rigid and firm with a very tight face and serious face, and all of that. You are indirectly pursuing them. Okay, there was a VA we interviewed recently, content writer. Okay, content writer. We interviewed a person to come up on our team, and this person came on the discovery call with us and could not even manage a smile. Like, hello, how are you? Thank you so much, guys, for making out the time to talk with me, or to meet me concerning this project. This is who I am. No, 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 that person did not even do that at all. Just showed up. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, how okay, and then just kept quiet. After saying good morning, she just kept quiet, and we had to carry on the conversation. Don't do that. As a VA, be in charge. When you show up in the conversation, be in charge. You are the business, you are the contractor, you are the VA, you're the one that is going to do the work. So show up ready. Show up ready, but show up light and friendly. Know that you're meeting a human being who is going to work, who you're going to work with for the next 1 month or 2 months or thereabout. So start building the relationship. Don't be so uptight and rigid and like, I wouldn't even want to work with that kind of person. Okay, if I'm getting on a call with you because we need to work together and all of that, and you show up tight, that like the first time I'm meeting you, you're just there like that, and you can't even say anything. No, I can't even work with you because I'm just trying to imagine the kind of person that you are out. So when you show up with that kind of attitude or character, and, and present yourself like that, you're practically pursuing the prospect. Tick all the other boxes right. By the time you show up like that stiff kind of thing, they just know that, nah, 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 me and this person can't flow. All right, me and this person can't flow because it's not an official setting. All right, you're working with a fellow. Yes, it is formal, so you're supposed to be professional, but it's not professional in an official setting where you are coming out for a job interview, and you have to be serious with your corporate clothes. You have to be serious. You don't have to make any mistake, otherwise you'll not be hired. But let me tell you, do you know that there are some people that show up for job interviews and they have interaction with the HR personnel that are interviewing them like they've known themselves before? There are people like that, and they get hired because they know they have these interpersonal skills. They know how to carry on conversations. They know how to talk with people, and they are impressionable. So be impressionable. Even if you are an introvert, be impressionable. So when you show up on the call, or you show up in your chatting or sending emails to your prospective clients, be light, be friendly, be impressionable, build a relationship. Be a human being, not a robot. Okay, so even if you use ChatGPT to write your email or come up with what to say in their email, go and humanize it. Add a human touch to that thing that ChatGPT wrote for you, and be a human. Talk like you're talking to a fellow human being. Ask them about their life, ask them about their day, ask them about their family, ask them how the business is going. All right, build rapport from the beginning. If you want to work with this person, build rapport from the beginning. It will make your work relationship easier and faster and better. Okay, like, okay, there is a client we've been working with since February. Okay, February was when me and my husband got together and partnered in our business. So there's this client working with since February. She's in Poland. Kate. Yes, she's in. I'm sorry, guys. She's in Poland. All right, Kate, she's in Poland. You know, when we talked with her, we got really personal, and we just asked her, "How are you?" In one of our conversations, we asked her, "How are you? How was your day?" And she went on and talked about how she's pregnant and how the pregnancy is dealing with her, and and all of those kind of things like that. And so we encouraged her. We gave her some tips and just talked like human beings, and went on to talk about the business and how we can help her with her business to take off the load from her, because she was already going through a lot with the pregnancy and all of that. So, and it just made it easy. And she loved the fact that we were being pleasant with her. And we have been working with her since February till now. Okay. So be pleasant and build rapport. Then ask key questions. So from the research that you've done with your client, come up with questions. Ask them about specific struggles and pains that they are experiencing in their business. Ask them about what they expect from you as a VA that is coming on board in their business. Ask them how they prefer to communicate. Some people don't like video calls. Some people don't like Facebook chat or WhatsApp chat. Some people prefer to chat with you or communicate with you on a platform where other people don't have to see them. Okay, like using tools like Slack, Microsoft Team, Discord, using this audio chatting platform. I've forgotten the name because I use it with one of our clients, or whether they want to chat on social media or off social media, or whether they want to chat basically on email, or whether they want to communicate using their task management tools, that is either Trello or Airtable or ClickUp or Asana or whatever tool you use. So you ask them to communicate with, and then you also ask them times and or what they do if you don't meet up with them, so that you will be well in make their money. Because if you collect their money and you're not communicating properly, or you're not meeting deadlines, or you're not doing the job, or you're not doing the job well because you did not understand their actual pain or struggle, you are going to be in trouble, because they will not be satisfied and they may ask for their refund. Okay, so do that. And then the next thing that is also very important for you to do is to clarify the expectations. Some people come with very high and mighty expectations of what they want you to do for them. Like I told you guys on the first day that a client was and paid us for Pinterest management and expected that her account was going to reach 100,000 clicks to her website or 1 million clicks to her website in 1 month, just 1 month. This is and I've done for years, and you want us to give it life and get it to bring 100k clicks to your website in just 1 month. That was impossible. So we had to talk to her. So talk to your prospects during that discovery process to clarify expectations and the scope of your work. All right, and the scope of your work. Then once that is done, you now discuss next steps with them. Next steps, you tell them, okay, after this conversation, you're going to send them your contract to sign. That is if you have a contract, or you're going forms to fill out their details so that you can need to start work, or you're going to send them an invoice for them to pay you, and all of that. And then you also give them the time you're going to start and when you're going to start delivering. All of this information is important. Okay, and that is something you should do your discovery process, whether you want to do a call or you want to just chat through it. All right. All right. So now how to set up a discovery call. So let's say you want to do discovery call and not the email chat and all of that. So the first thing you do before your client even reaches out to you, like we talked about this yesterday in the portfolio, is to create a scheduling system. So there are several tools you can use to create a to create to create a schedule so that clients can easily book you. All right. So when a client say, okay, I want to get on a call with you, that is not the time for you to go and book in your calendar or do this one or do that one and start running around. Or you should already have that thing in place. So Personally, in our business, we use TidyCal. TidyCal is one of the scheduling tools that we use in our business. So we set up our calendar and everything. So if a client wants to get on the call with us, we just send a link to them, and they choose the time that is, that they are more that is more convenient for them. Oh God, they choose the time that is more convenient for them and all of that. So you set that up. Okay, you set up your scheduling system with any tool, scheduling tool that you like, whether it is Calendly or Acuity or TidyCal or any other scheduling tool that is available. Okay, and this is something that you should do before you even get the clients. Okay, you should do before you even get, and it's important that it is automatic, except you want to be doing manual stuff in your business, to manually go and schedule a meeting with your clients and manually send them the link, and then you now show up on the call. But these tools allows you to automate the process. Okay, it allows you to automate the process. So the next step is to provide the booking links, like with you, by putting your links in your social media, your portfolio, your all your profiles, your emails, your emails, your chats, all the follow-up emails you're going to send. Put um Give people an opportunity to reach out to talk with you, whether by email or they want to jump on a call. Okay, very important, so that somebody will not have to ask you, so how do we talk? Okay, then always send a reminder and confirmation to your prospective clients, okay, with details on where the meeting is going to be, whether it is going to be held in Zoom or Google Meet, or where it is going to be held for them. And remember that you are in charge. So you don't get to ask them, do you want us to jump on Zoom or jump on Google Meet? You already have your own tool and system as a VA. So tell them, I'm going to send you a Zoom link, and the call is going to be so and so time, according to the time that they pick and all of that. Okay. So tips for a successful discovery call or discovery process, prepare in advance. I already talked about that. Create an agenda. Oh my God, what's that? Create an agenda. Sorry, something just fell off from here, and it scared me. I sorted that out. So create an agenda, because if you talk about your price first, it might make them to run. Okay, so but go over the value that your service is going to bring to their business before you talk about your price, because there are some clients that will reach out to you on Facebook or email, and the first question is, so I'm interested in your Pinterest business, or I'm interested in your social media management services, so how much do you charge? What is your fee? What is your rate per month? So even if you're asking them other questions, they still find a way to come back to how much, how much, how much. Your work as the VA is to keep avoiding the how much question until you let them understand the benefits that your business is going to give to them, the value you're bringing, the expectations, understand those things before you go into your pricing, so that if you eventually work together and something happens and you say, you did not tell me about this, you can point to that conversation. I talked about it in our conversation before I took your money. All right. So that if it won't be your word against them, the conversation will be there as a proof. Have a way to protect yourself as a VA, whether you're working for Nigerians or you're working for foreign clients. So especially if you're working for foreign clients, okay, always have ways to protect yourself as a VA. All right. Then you set clear next steps. I've already talked about that before. Whether you're going to send them a proposal or send them a contract or whatever. Okay. So that is that for the discovery process. The next thing we're going to be talking about is streamlining your onboarding process. The discovery process is part of the onboarding process, but let's talk about the onboarding process as a standalone process in your business. Okay, so your onboarding process is one of the keys to leaving a strong first impression in your business on your clients and setting the groundwork for a good relationship. So it is one of the keys to leaving a strong first impression. All right. So the way you bring your clients into your business the way you make it easy, the workflow, the process, the emails, and the things you take them through, the process you take them through, and all of that will make them say, oh, this person is really organized. Or I love the experience I'm having with this person. This person is really organized. This person is really simple. This person already have their systems in place. I love this experience, and all of that. But if you don't have your system in place and you come off as unorganized, the client will be like, this one, I'm going to hire this person. In their own business, they are not even organized. What will now happen to my own business? So they move to the next person. So your onboarding process will allow your client to know whether you have a structure or a business or a system for your business that allows you as a business owner to be organized, because the way you are organized in your own business is the same way you're going to be organized in your client's business, and vice versa. Okay, so the first step in your onboarding process is to send a welcome packet. So after the discovery process, you have chatted, you have emailed, you have sent contracts, you have laid out the expectations, you have done all of those things, you have sent invoice, and they have paid. Yeah, they have paid. You send them the welcome packet. So the welcome packet will now include introduction to yourself as the VA. Let them know who you are and where you're working from. Let them know how to reach to you if they want to reach to you. If they want to reach to you, let them know your preferred channels of communication. If you prefer to communicate on WhatsApp, you let them know in that welcome packet, that your introduction. If you prefer to use Slack to communicate with your clients, you let them know and you send them the client invite in that same welcome packet. Okay, in that same welcome packet. Kai, I'll need to stop this sharing to show you the welcome packet that we use for our clients. um I will put that on WhatsApp. Okay, I'll put that on WhatsApp so that you have an idea of what that document looks like. It's just a simple document you can create on Canva that you introduce yourself, and then you now talk about the services you're going to offer to them. Make a list so they know exactly what they are expecting, so that somebody not come and pay you 100,000 naira and go and expect the whole world. So even if you already told them in your discovery process, still put it in the welcome packet that this is what I'm giving you for this money that you have paid. This is how long the service is going to last. This is the duration, and this is when you're supposed to renew if there's going to be a renewal. All right. So, and then you include your communication channels, your deadlines, all of the information that you need. I'm going to send you guys samples so you see what it looks like. All right, in your welcome packet, and you give them a mighty welcome with a picture of yourself, or all those memes of people popping champagne or dancing, something that just makes them feel welcomed and feel relaxed in working with you. All right, then when you send them the welcome packet, you send them your contract, and in your contract you outline your deliverables again. Okay, and all of those things like that. Once that is done, you set them up on your project management tools. So once you send them the welcome package and the contract and all of that, you set them up on your project management tools. So your first email is the welcome packet and the contract, and then the next email is asking them for their login. So you send them a form where they include their logins and all of those kind of things like that. Then once they give you that information, you go and set them up on your project management tools. Whether you're using Trello, or using Asana or ClickUp, or you're using Notion. Okay, in our business we use Airtable, Notion, Trello, and ClickUp, depending on the client's preference. Okay, there are some clients that will tell you, oh, I'm familiar with Trello, so we put them on Trello. There are some clients that will tell you, okay, I'm familiar with Airtable. Some clients will tell you, I don't know ClickUp, I don't know this one, but I'm just learning how to use Notion. So we put them on Notion. So which means you as a VA, you must go and learn how to use these tools comfortably, so that in case your client says, I don't want manual conversations. I want a conversation and the tracking of the. Okay, so set up your project and you set them up for the project management tool. You include all the tasks you're going to do for them, the deliverables, the date, and you tag them on all of those things so that once you go and put starting or done or to, they'll be getting a notification so they know that you're working. All right. So they don't need to message you every day to ask you how far, how is it going? What have you done? I've not seen anything, because the task management tools will be notifying them that this task has moved from starting to in progress, or it has moved from in progress to completed. Okay. So you set them up in the task management tool, and then you give the use. If you're using Google Drive or Dropbox for file sharing, you send them a link to your Google Drive folder so that they can upload all their files in their image there for you. Okay. Then the next thing is to schedule a kickoff call. All right. Now, this may not be important for all the services that you offer. This kickoff call. So if you're offering services like web design, this is very important. If you're offering services like project management and all of that, this is maybe admin. This is very important because you will now use this as an opportunity to go over some information, some details, timelines and milestones, go over what you include in the welcome packet and all of that. Okay. Sometimes, yeah, we only do this kickoff call for high ticket clients. So if a client is paying us, because it's a waste of time, all right. I hope our clients don't come and see this. It's a waste. We don't. Okay, so it depends on how much the client is paying us, or how big the project we're doing for them is. We'll set up the kickoff call to make sure that everything is in order and we both understand ourselves. Then you now outline your workflow. So you explain to them during your onboarding process how you work. Okay, do you work only on Mondays? Are you going to be doing their tasks only on Tuesday? Do you have a specific time when you're working? Do you have a specific day when they are supposed to message you? Or are you okay with them messaging you every day of the week, every second? How are you going to be updating them on tasks that you've done? All of those things that are necessary. So you educate them, and outline your workflow for them so they know how you work, they know when to expect to hear from you, so that you guys are aligned and there is no misunderstanding, there is no tension, there is no hard person I've taken out my money because they have not heard from you for days. Okay. I mean, there was a client of mine that did not hear from me over the weekend because I had forgotten to communicate to this person that I don't work during the weekends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can never, even if somebody is dying, you will not hear from me as my client, because I'll tell you that is the time I get to spend with my family without work, without answering any email. Send me an email on Saturday or Friday, you're going to get a response on Monday. Okay. So, but I have forgotten to tell this person about that. And so this person sent me an email on Friday evening and expected a response within 24 hours. And I did not respond. I came back on Monday, first thing in the morning. I would even finish reading the refund request. I saw a chargeback in my PayPal account straight up from this person. The person had filed an issue. I had to collect her money back and everything. And the whole thing was just stressful. Okay. So I had to keep hammering, send message over and over again, and told that I have already done your work halfway. You cannot demand a refund because I have, and when by the time we got talking, she now told me that her main issue was she did not hear from me over the weekend. And that was just a problem. That was the only problem that made her to go and do a chargeback. So if you don't, outline these lines of communication and all these details with your clients, you might have issues in the future. So make it very clear how you work. That is what your onboarding process does for you. It makes both you and your client to understand how you're going to be working with each other and all of that. Okay. So delivering your best work. When it comes down to doing the nitty gritty, like the actual work where the client has paid you for. What, how do you go about it? First of all, they always say under promise and over deliver. Okay, so don't make your clients mighty giant promise, even if you can do that thing, but avoid getting overly enthusiastic and making giant promise that you might not be able to meet. All right, might not be able to meet. So meeting deadlines is great, but beating them whenever possible is the best way to truly impress your client. So if your client says, oh, can you do this thing for me urgently within 24 hours, and you know that you might not be able to do it in 24 hours, honestly tell them, okay, give me 48 hours. But at the back of your mind, you should strive to do it within that 24 hours or less for them, to impress them so that they keep coming back. All right, so that they will keep coming back to you. Then if a client asks for maybe, let's say, 10 designs, you can give them 12 or give them 15, so that they have options to choose. Just find ways to impress your client. Whatever task you're performing for them, it might be different from my own kind of task that we do in our own business. So we know what we do in our own business to impress our clients because of the tasks that we perform for them. So all find ways to impress your clients, always under promise and over deliver in most cases. Okay, and when it is convenient for you, then provide updates. Communication is important. Okay, communication is very, very important as a VA, because this you and this person are not in the same physical location, so communication is important. So always provide updates for your clients. Okay, even if they don't need to know, keep them informed of your progress. Even if nothing significant has changed from the last time you talked, keep them informed of your process. It reassures them that you're working, that they not just pay you money for you to go and sleep. It reassures them that you're working and that you're on track, and you're not waiting for the next payday to start pushing the work. All right, so keep them updated. Then stay organized. Don't come off as scattered, tattered, unorganized, lacking structure, lacking system, and all of that. Stay organized. It will help you to deliver your own work on time. All right. So help you to deliver your own work on time. So always, now, if there are areas in your skills or expertise that you're lacking, and you feel taking a particular course or a particular program will help you deliver the work better, do it. Look for courses, look for programs, look for videos that will help you learn something new about the task you're doing, so you can deliver a good work for your clients. All right, so that is that for the discovery and onboarding and all of that. I'm looking at my time here, and onboarding and all of that. So the next part is to talk about how to retain clients and build long-term relationship. This part is going to be very brief, but I'll just share quickly what we do in our own business that allows us to build long-term relationship with our clients. Okay, so the first thing is to prioritize communication. Like I said before, communication is important. I have lost two wonderful clients because I did not communicate properly with them. All right, but when I started my VA business, I was avoid right. So they will give me their tax, and I'll just take it. Okay, this is when I will deliver this tax. So we just talk about the deadline, and then I go off into my ghost mode, and I do the work in that ghost mode. Okay, I did not think it was important to carry them along in what I was doing, or update my project management tool to make sure that they are seeing what I'm doing, or at least they see that I'm working. I just go into that ghost mode and I do the work, and I come up maybe after 1 week or 2 weeks, and I tell them, oh, I'm done with this task. Do you need it? And by prioritize communication, whether you want to do regular check-ins, schedule regular check-ins, whether you want to do weekly or monthly or wherever, to give your progress reports like we talked about previously. Okay, and then also let them know those ASAP soon as he drops the response, let them know, okay, I should expect a response to this email within 24 hours from this person. So if your email does not come immediately, you know, okay, she responds within 24 hours. So I am okay. All right. Then maybe after 24 hours, they will now start panicking. Okay. But you give them time. Let them know this is how often you're going to be talking, and be transparent with them. If something comes up in your life, like Nigeria, okay, there was one time Nigeria happened to me. Then some, I traveled to the village to see my mom, and where, because of my work, I had to keep my generator on back to back. And one night we went to bed and woke up and did not come back to see the generator again. They took the generator and took my laptop. So it took like some days before I could replace the laptop and get a new generator. And there was no NEPA, like there's no NEPA in my village. So, that situation, my clients, who are mostly foreign, do not understand when you say you do not have electricity, because the electricity is not an issue for them. They don't understand when you say you had network wahala, MTN or Airtel and all of those. They don't understand that because they don't have that kind of, that's not their reality. Okay. They also do not understand when you say thieves entered your house and went away with your generator. They're like, that's not their reality. So and that thing made me to go off for them for a while. And then I came back. And so one of the things that helped me in that situation was that I had to explain, look, I am in Nigeria. This is how things work here, okay, for them to understand. So, most clients prefer that you're honest and transparent with them. So if you know that something has happened, maybe light in your area has gone off and you're not sure when it is going to come back, let them know. Okay, it is better you tell them ahead of time that this that has happened, and you might not be able to deliver your work on time, you might not be able to meet the deadline, than to wait until that thing has happened, they have missed, they have passed, the deadline have passed, and then you now come and give them excuse. Most of them hate those excuses. They will think you're trying to scam them. Okay, once you start telling excuses, once you start giving them oh, right, this one happened and that one happened, and so I was not able to, and so I was not, they will just think you want to scam them. They'll just think you're looking for money. Because there are some Nigerians that just go online to beg white people for money. So they will think this is your own excuse to come and make them tell you, okay, that money I pay you, just forget about it. Don't bother about the work again. Just go, yeah, just go and sort yourself out. I'm really sorry this is happening to you and all of that. So they'll just become afraid that you want to scam them, you want to beg them for money, you want to play that popular ploy that people use to play them, to manipulate them, to give them money. And so they'll just become afraid, and they may not want to work with you again. Okay, so they don't like excuses. So they prefer if you're honest upfront with them and say, oh, this has come up, or we have a funeral in my family and I might not be able to work for the next 1 week to cover, to try and cover job. But if he cannot cover up for the next 1 week, I'm just letting you know so that you'll not be disappointed or feel like I'm running away with your money and stuff like that. So be upfront. If shit is happening in your life, if things are happening in your life that you feel is going to interfere with your work, talk to your clients about it. It is better they know before it happens than for you to come and give them excuses. Okay, so be transparent. Be transparent and communicate openly. Okay, then the next thing is deliver on your promises and deliver beyond expectations. Okay, deliver beyond expectations. So be proactive. All right, anticipate your client's needs. Anticipate your client's needs and see areas where they could be improving in their business to help the business to grow, and suggest new strategies for them. Okay, like there was a client we took on in April, and her blog was really struggling, and she hired us for our list service package. Okay, we're doing a promo that period. We're doing a start promo that period. And so we slashed our services by 50% or 60% and or thereabout. And so she came in during that promo dress for her, and she wanted us to pin just one post a day. So by the time we looked at the fact that her blog was struggling, her Pinterest account was struggling, she was not getting traffic, she was not getting visibility on social media and other platforms, we sat down and analyzed these things and made suggestions to her package that is paying higher. We can, if you want us, we can do these suggestions for you even with this low money that you paid. So instead of pinning just one a day, just one post a day to your account, we are going to increase it to five. All right, and do it for the next 3 months so that we see if it is going to help to boost your accounts and boost your traffic so you can start making money from your blog again. And so she now said, oh yes, that she loves the idea, so but right now she's having a lot to deal with in her family, her personal health, and this one, that one. And so she may not be able to afford to pay us the worth of that particular increment or that particular service we want to provide for her right there. So we now told her, okay, fine, don't bother. Because of the explanation that she gave, we told her, don't bother, don't have to pay. For this one that you paid right now, we are going to do this work for you for this 150 that you paid until your business picks up and you're able to afford to pay us the regular price. And she was so happy. She was so happy. And we did that for her, you know, we did that for her and kept doing it. And till today, she's still our client. Okay, she's still our client. And that's basically because we anticipated her needs. We analyzed her business, we made suggestions and preferred solutions for that need. And we were also empathetic financially. So we did not make money our main goal and just let her go because she could no longer afford us. We continue working with her until her business is starting to pick up. Okay, so anticipate your clients' needs and you're helping them to do. You're now like an eye. You're now, they now see you as somebody that is looking out for their growth and is looking out for their business. So they long term. Okay, so if you want a client to keep you long term, you want to build long term relationship with your clients and not just a one off something. Look out for your clients, look out for their business, be proactive. Okay, be proactive. What is the area of their business? Research that you're valuable to them even more than what they are. But share new ideas for future projects. Share new ideas like one of our clients that is in the beauty industry and writes about nails on her blog. You know, there are some trending nails right now on Pinterest in America and all that. We made suggestions for her and she created it in her blog and it spiked her traffic. Okay, it spiked her traffic because it is a trending topic. So make suggestions, look out for your clients, which means you need to constantly stay up to date with industry trends in the industries of your clients. If your client is in the beauty industry, you must become interested in the beauty industry and start reading posts, read magazines, read journals, read things about the industry, about the beauty industry to stay up to, up to stay updated. So that you can take what you're learning from your client, they will appreciate it. And they will not even think of working with any other VA again because they know that from the little that they pay you, you are somebody who, appreciate people, you are helpful, you are valuable. And so they will keep us, just they will ship it to their address. Okay, just enter your client's information and ship it to your address. They will appreciate it. Oh God, they will appreciate it. Okay, they will appreciate it. So, and those things help deepen your relationship. It helps to deepen your relationship. Then if your client is going through stuff, is struggling and all of that, and they are able to tell you about it, encourage them, ask them if you can pray for them in case they are not Christians so that you not offend them. Ask them if you can pray for them. Like one of our clients recently had to undergo surgery, gallbladder, and all of those kind of things like that. And she talked to us about it, that she was not going to be available for some months because of the surgery and all of that. And we prayed for her. We encouraged her and we talked to her that she was going to come out fine. We told her we are praying for you, we are praying for your business. As a matter of fact, we are going to put in all the work and all the energy to make sure that by the time you come back, your account is bubbling and all of that. We encouraged her, we prayed for her. Okay. And when she came back, she still shared the struggle, like how the recovery process and all of those things. And we continue to pray for you. Then we are continue to pray for you. And then eventually she told us that, because of the surgery, her finances are down. This one she's going through divorce, she's this, and it's affecting her. And we told her, don't worry. We will keep working on your account until you're able to get back on your feet. We understand that the surgery may have cost you money and all of those kind of things like that. So we are going to keep working on your account and keep praying for you until you're able to get back financially. And she was, she was so happy. So most times she just comes and talks to us openly as if we are friends. Okay, as if we're friends and as if we've met physically. So do those things that help to deepen your relationship with your clients, because these people are humans too. The way you're looking for money is the way they too might also be looking for money or have other struggles in other areas of their lives. So celebrate them when they are celebrating, encourage them when they are down or you sense that they are down. And if you're a Christian, you have the upper hand. You can be praying for your clients and the Holy Spirit will give you a particular area that they are struggling with in their life, and you pray for them in that area and you will see growth. Even though they may not know that you are the reason for that growth, even though they may not know that you're the one that is praying for them and God is using your prayer to bring that growth, it does not matter. The most important thing is that you are adding something in their life and they will keep you. They will keep you. For example, in our business, we use Mondays to pray for our clients. We use Monday is for our business, Monday is for our clients. So on Monday, we take time to pray for each of our clients. We call them by their names, we call their businesses, and then we pray for the people that we are coaching or mentoring or training so that they can also grow in their businesses. So we do that for our clients. And most times we let them know that we are praying for them. Other times we don't. And since we started that practice, we have not had one client leave us. Even if their contract with us expires, they stay, they renew, and they keep staying. Okay, so these are simple things you can do personally to keep your clients working with you for as long as you want until you're tired of working with them. Okay, then okay, get personal. I've already talked about that. Get personal. But if your client does not make room for you to get personal with them, don't force it. Don't force it, okay? And don't push it. So it will not look like you're being invasive and trying to intrude in their personal life and stuff like that. All right. And then so, okay, I think I've already talked about all of this. Aim to convert one-off clients into a long-term relationship, by doing all of those things I'm talking, either offering them, making offers. If Christmas is coming, you make a Christmas offer. If Halloween, for example, if you're working with foreign clients, if Halloween is coming, you make Halloween offer. So even though we don't mark Halloween in Nigeria, they mark Halloween in their countries. So make Halloween offer for them. Even though we don't do Thanksgiving in Nigeria, they mark Thanksgiving in their country in November. So make a Thanksgiving offer for them. Think about their holidays, think about seasons and things you can do to continue making them offers so that they keep coming back to stay with you. Okay, so even if the highest price for your service is 100K, your existing client don't have to pay you that 100K. You can keep making them offer to make them stay, because just like you are a new VA and you're pitching clients and hoping that they hire you, there are other VAs that are also pitching your clients. And somebody out there could make them a better offer that will make them to leave you no matter how good your work is. Okay, so use these things and look for other things you can use to keep your clients coming to you and recommending you and all of that. Okay, the next thing is to ask for feedback. Always ask for feedback. Always ask for feedback. Like I told you guys to talk to me about areas that you think I need to improve in this thing, because I'm doing this thing for the first time. I have always avoided, showing my face on the camera or training anybody, because I just wanted to do my business, chop my money and clean my out and go my way. All right. But I just felt like, what's the point? I'm not really making an impact in anybody's life other than my clients. Let me just see how I can start helping people, because there may be, VAs or new VAs out there who are struggling in certain areas of their business. So I just started to do it how I can help people. And I asked you guys to give me honest feedback, but I've not heard anything from anybody. All right. I asked you guys to give me honest feedback on what I need to do to improve these things so that I can be of better value or better service to you guys and all of that. So always ask feedback from your clients and be open. If they are negative, be open to take it. If they are critical, be open to take it and let them see you make small improvement based on their feedback. It will encourage them and make them think that, okay, you're somebody who loves to grow, and and all of that, they want to stay with you. Okay. So final advice for helpful tips and getting and keeping your clients: consistency is important. Okay, so be consistent in your communication with them and always show up and meet deadlines, and also be consistent in marketing your business. Okay, do not neglect your business just because you're working on client projects. Always have these thoughts: what if one of your clients decides to leave you? Will you still have a business? What if one of your clients shows up today or tomorrow and says, oh, I no longer need your service, or I won't be renewing for the month? Will you still have a business? Will you still have an income? So always be marketing your business, because most marketing strategies are long term. So you need to start putting the work early if you want to reap the results. Now, if you need immediate clients, you use adverts, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, you run ads, maybe 5,000 ads or 10,000 ads for 1 day or 2 days, you will get 1 or 2 clients that will pay you the money that you will recover, that you used to recover the ads. So if you need immediate clients, use advertisements. If you want long-term clients, and marketing strategy that will give you long-term results, you employ those long-term marketing strategies. All right. Then another one is always learning. Okay. Always learning. The internet world is always evolving. Today it is AI. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. You don't know which one is coming tomorrow. But if you say, I can never, and now you decide to remain stagnant, well, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. It's like most web developers in the web development world. Most web developers refuse to use no tech tools to build. But these days, it's no tech tools, WordPress and all of that people are using to make money. So most business owners will not want to pay you to sit down for 3 months or 6 months to write long codes, to code their website from the scratch, and that website that they cannot even manage on their own. That if anything goes wrong, the website can go that they will now need to come and pay you to come and change things. So they rather boycott that long process and go to a web designer that can build a website that they themselves can manage on their own without needing to pay another designer. And so the world had long moved on, but developers refuse to move on. They still insist that you have to code, you have to code. And most of them will stay there for months without getting clients. But the other web designers that are smart and are learn them. If they say, oh, there is this VA course that is teaching you how to do this particular thing, you look for opportunities to get better, both in the hardcore skills and the soft skills. Always be learning. Follow industry leaders. Follow their blogs. Follow podcasts. Attend online events. Okay? Attend online events. Then finally, know when to let go. Know when to let go, because not every client relationship is going to be perfect. I have talked about that before. And if a client becomes too demanding or micromanaging, or does not respect your time, or is being racist just because you're black and is discriminating against you, or is undervaluing your work, or or is being unable to manage your expectations, just know that it may be time to move on. Okay, so if your relationship with your client starts to drain you and it's no longer rewarding and all of that, you move on. Okay, you move on. So you can fire your clients. You can fire your clients. But when you do that, professionally and do it respectfully, so that you don't close doors, to future works or referrals or recommendation. All right. So landing clients as a VA, and like I said before, is work. Just like running a business is work. The VA business is work. If anybody told you it was easy, well, it might be easy, but it's not as easy as we like to think it is. It is work. So commit to continuously marketing your business and building long-term relationship with your clients, and keep pushing. All right, keep pushing. If you need to, you can go over the videos that we talked about yesterday and see how to implement each of those strategies. They do the marketing work and they give you the job, and you just sign up to join their portal, and all of that. So they are VA agencies. Okay, there are other strategies you can use to get clients as a VA, like that I talked about yesterday. So don't try to do everything at once. Okay, take each strategy, each per time, and work your way through it until you get results, or just set the foundation and keep and move to the next one. All right. So if you have any question, you can ask me. So this is a wrap. This is the end of our 3 days workshop, and I think I've spent the last 1 hour talking and talking. All right. So if you have any question, if you have anything you have to say, you say it as we bring this training to a close. Oh my God, I'm not in the church. As we bring this training to a close or to an end. All right. So just ask away. Ask your questions. Ask anything before I wrap this up. Okay. So if you also have questions, you can ask in the group. I have some stuff I may want to share with you later in the group, like that welcome pack I talked about. I'm going to share it in the group, so you just have a visual knowledge of what it looks like and all of that. So yeah, this has been truly valuable, invaluable. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for being here, for being part of this training. Even though over 400 of you signed up for the training, and I get to see 6 or 20, and all of that, but it's wonderful. Okay, it's wonderful, it's beautiful to have met you guys, to have done this with you guys. We are going to keep the groups. Okay, we are going to keep the groups, and occasionally I'm going to pop up with one training or the other in the group. All right, occasionally I'm going to be fixing trainings or master class or workshop like this, to just talk about an aspect of the business you're struggling with. The idea is going to come from you guys. Okay, you're the one that is going to tell me, oh, this is the area I'm struggling with. Please, can you walk us through this? And I'll prepare something and I'll give it to you guys over there in the group. So we are going to keep the group. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a wrap, and it's a goodbye from me. We'll keep communicating in the group. Thank you so much. I hope you have gotten something from these 3 days. I hope you've gotten something you can implement in your business. And I hope I've been able to encourage you to build a long-term sustainable business that will sustain you till only God knows the next time I need to take care of myself